Today I would like to discuss scaffolding. The three basic types of scaffolding I will discuss are supported scaffolding, suspended scaffolding, and aerial lifts. First we will discuss supported scaffolding. Supported scaffolding is made up of platforms supported by rigid load-bearing members such as poles, legs, frames, and outriggers. The first section of the scaffold must be set in the final position and on a solid base. Component pieces must match and be of the same type. All wood used must be scaffold grade wood. All platforms must be at least 18 inches wide. Scaffold height can be no more than 4 times the distance of the base unless ties or braces are used. Scaffolding must have locking pins between sections to prevent uplift. Uplift can be caused from wind loads or material moving equipment. To prevent falls on scaffolding, guardrails must be installed along open sides and ends. The top rail of the guardrail must be somewhere from 38 to 45 inches tall and withstand a pressure of 200 pounds. Mid rails must be halfway between the top rail and the platform. The scaffold must also have a toe board that is at least 3.5 inches high. Next we will be discussing suspended scaffolding. Suspension scaffolding is a platform suspended by ropes or wires or other non-rigid means from an overhead structure. As seen in this picture, these scaffolding must be secured and or tied off to prevent swaying. Their support devices must rest on surfaces that can support 4 times the load. 2-point suspended scaffold is one type of suspension scaffolding. As seen in this picture, the suspended scaffolding is firmly attached to the roof of the building. The platforms on a 2-point suspended scaffolding must be no larger than 36 inches wide. Single-point scaffolding is another type of suspended scaffolding. In this scaffolding, the rope between the scaffold and the suspension device must be kept completely vertical. Suspension scaffolding must be evaluated by a competent person daily to ensure ropes aren't defective and make sure the supporting surfaces can support the building. Lastly, we will discuss aerial lifts. These are also known as cherry pickers, boom trucks, or man lifts. Before using an aerial lift, you must inspect the ground and all overhead areas. You must be on a level surface, and it is best to move with the lift down. Lift controls must be tested each day prior to use to make sure it is in safe working condition. One must be authorized to operate an aerial lift and have the certification of completion. When operating the lift, a body belt shall be worn and a lanyard attached to the boom or the basket when working from the lift. While using a man lift, employees shall stand firmly on the floor of the basket, never sitting or standing on the edge of the basket. Also, boom and basket loads are specified by manufacturers, and these loads shall never be exceeded.